It's time for Rifftrax.
Ho, 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 I'm getting great reception.
Radio pictures in association with sculptures of music.
Doesn't hurt at all. Could barely even notice. It feels good, actually.
Most dangerous game. So, Monopoly?
Why is Monopoly dangerous?
The shoe has Ebola, honey.
Nobody sees the most dangerous game. Not nobody, not no how.
A 3 decibel knock every 10 seconds ought to get someone's attention.
My God, somebody take this lady. I'm passing out from blood loss.
Oh, this movie has players. La-ti-da.
Well, what would you prefer, Kevin?
Guys who say lines good.
Good night, Mama.
Good night, Daddy.
Good night, John Boy.
It's the sloop John B. returning to shore to get more corn.
This movie's so old that clock was invented at 7 p.m.
Channels here on the chart, all right. And so are the marking lights.
Then what's wrong with them?
They're flashing Captain has a big
Those
butt
lights
in
don't
Morse
seem to be
code.
in just the right place. They're both a bit out of position according to this.
2 light buoys mean a safe channel between the world over.
Safe between the world over doesn't go in these waters. Look here.
It's a big sea
You'll
serpent
see
right on the
water
map.
shoals on the island side, while the deep soundings run to the mainland.
Have any of you seen the captain today?
No, he wasn't down for dinner.
No, and he wasn't down for lunch.
I hiked my pants up to my nips
He
for
hasn't left
nothing.
the bridge since you decided to come through the channel.
What are you driving at?
Ever since you gave him those orders yesterday to cut through these waters, he's had the jitters.
Ah, those are the
There's
DTs.
something wrong. I'm getting nerves myself.
Doc, what do you recommend for nerves?
Give him a shot of scotch.
Good.
Give him the whole bottle.
No, I've got nerves too. Here you are, Doc.
The most dangerous game turns out to be a power
Just what
hour.
you need.
Well, maybe you're right.
Oh, damn it, that was prune juice.
Good evening, Captain.
Good evening, sir. May I speak with you?
Why, certainly.
If this was the voyage of the Mimi,
ahead.
they'd all be nude in
We're
a
heading
sleeping
straight for the
bag right
channel between
now.
Brank Island and the mainland.
Good.
But the lights are just a bit off, according to the chart.
But charts are never up to date in this part of the Pacific. You know that.
Well,
I know, sir,
why
but-
are you even looking at them?
Doesn't Brank Island mean anything to you?
Well, not a lot.
Well, perhaps if I could talk with Mr. Rainsford.
But Bob's not a sailor. He's a hunter.
He's made many of these trips. He's young, but he has judgment.
Young? Was that even allowed in 1932?
Oh, Bob. Bob.
What is it?
Come up here, will you?
Just a minute. What's bothering you, Captain?
It's that ongoing
There are no
Crimean
more coral
War.
reef, shark-infested waters in the whole world than these.
Boy, just take a look at these.
The girls of the
Turn out
Ziegfeld
some out of the hunter,
Follies.
Doc. But oh, what a photographer. Say, if we'd had you to take pictures on the Sumatran trip, they might have believed my book.
If you'd had me on the Sumatran trip, you'd never had me on this one.
Say, here's a swell one of the ship, skipper.
It's looking pretty hot, eh?
Well, what's the matter?
These old sea dogs tell yarns to kid each other and end up believing it all themselves.
Well, I think that Mr. Rainsford should know that the channel lights aren't just in the position given on the chart.
But fortunately, I resemble Mr.
What do you
Belvedere.
think, fellas?
I think we should turn back and take the outside course.
Oh,
Turn back now.
Excelsior. We'll go ahead.
Well, again, why did you
will,
even
sir.
ask?
It's your ship.
I'm gonna sink this bitch.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
It was the schooner Hesperus, and she sailed the wintry sea.
Now, wait a minute, fellas. Let's talk this over. There's no use taking any chances.
Chances? That's fine talk coming from a fellow who just got through slapping tigers in the face.
Carol Baskin would like a word.
And he talks about taking chances. Here's the Doc charging the enemy with an unloaded camera. Get the expression on Doc's face, Bill. He looks more frightened than the tiger. He is.
Tiger actually looks pretty
What
horny.
do you have on your mind, Doc?
I'll tell you what I had on my mind. I was thinking of the inconsistency of civilization. The beast of the jungle killing just for his existence is called savage. The man killing just for sport is called civilized.
This guy smokes one joint and thinks he's Plato.
Now, just a minute. What makes you think it isn't just as much sport for the animal as it is for the man? Now take that fellow right there, for instance. There never was a time when he couldn't have gotten away.
The music
He didn't
thinks
want to.
cartoon
He got
characters are
interested in
building a
hunting me.
barn.
He didn't hate me for stalking him, any more than I hated him for trying to charge me. As a matter of fact, we admired each other.
Perhaps. But would you change places with the tiger?
The one that attacked Roy, maybe.
Not now.
Here comes that bad luck lady again. Third time tonight.
It's solitaire. Every card
let me
turns
shuffle.
up.
Wait a minute. Don't evade the issue.
Yes, come, speak up.
I asked you a question.
Yes.
You did? Oh, I forgot.
No, you didn't. I asked you if there'd be as much sport in the game if you were the tiger instead of the hunter.
Well, I guess the Detroit
something I'll
Tigers
never
are
have to decide.
technically a sports team.
Listen here, you fellas. This world's divided into two kinds of people, the hunter and the hunted. Now, luckily, I'm a hunter. Nothing can ever change that.
We hit a tiger!
This week on Underpaid Stuntmen.
Hello down there. Hello, engine room. The dynamo spoilers. If the water ever hits those hot boilers.
Bugs Bunny's working the boiler room.
Whoa, how was that effect more convincing than anything in the Transformers series?
Gordon Lightfoot prepares for his longest song yet.
The guy I'm clinging to is sinking!
Actual depiction of the cruise industry.
It appears he's succeeded.
Where are the others? See anybody?
I just asked, where are the others?
Dude. And that fellow.
I think a mermaid's hitting on me.
Shark! Oh, he got me!
Shark Attack or Charlie Horse?
Well, might as well practice for next week's parade of aquatic champions.
Deep cut.
The black freighter from Watchmen cruises up next to him.
Will you just hunt him for sport already?
Will our hero live to see another day? Tune in for the next Most Dangerous Game right now.
Good news, he's on Robinson Crusoe's island. Bad news, Robinson's been so lonely.
Well, better get to colonizing.
Good thing he's wearing his tactical action dockers.
The shark's holding up the captain's corpse going, "Oh, I'm okay, come back in."
Hey, if you come across Matthew Fox and Evangeline Lilly, run! They're just making it up as they go!
He thinks he sees Dr. Livingston, but he doesn't want to be presumptuous.
And so our hero approached a King's Quest game.
Well, fortunately, he can fall back on his training as a Fuller brushman.
Previously on The Most Dangerous Game.
Cool door knocker. Can't wait to meet the normal, probably not evil guy inside.
Slide the pizzas into the foyer and get the hell out.
Does your house always smell like waffles?
Hello, anybody here?
1930s Torgo.
Herbert Hoover's got my vote.
Anybody around, I say?
Okay, lose the trousers and grab a pineapple. I'll explain as we go.
Is this your house? I'm not trying to break in, but I've been in a wreck.
Caveman or a Russian novelist?
Our yacht just sunk with all hands. I got ashore and found your place here by accident.
My face is my least hairy part.
I'm not trying to intrude, but I'm in sort of a jam.
One of those jams where people die.
Don't you understand any English?
Ivan does not speak any language. He has the misfortune to be dumb.
Oh, hello. Are you the owner here?
Yes. Welcome to my poor fortress.
Vincent Price is still a teenager, so
It
they
was
got me.
Built by the Portuguese centuries ago. I have had the ruins restored to make my home here. I am Count Zaroff.
My name's Robert Rainsford. Glad to meet you.
He immediately accepts I have a giant
Very
mute
glad.
manservant.
Yeah, Ivan is a Cossack. I am afraid, like all my fellow countrymen, he is a bit of a savage. Smile, Ivan.
I was smiling.
Ulitnis!
Ivan making borscht in pants.
I was trying to make him understand there'd been a shipwreck in the channel.
I know. The captain's foot landed in my soup.
But how appalling! And you mean to say that you were the only survivor?
Yes. I'm afraid I am.
You're certain?
I mean, I didn't root through the shark stool sample,
Never left the
but...
spot if I hadn't been. The swellest crowd on earth. My best friends. It's incredible.
Yeah, you sound
Such
devastated.
things are always incredible. Death is for others, not for ourselves. That is how most of my other guests have felt.
Your other guests? You mean this has happened before?
My dear fellow, we have several survivors from the last wreck still in the house.
Man, can Lovey
It
Howell
would
clog a
seem that
toilet.
This island were cursed.
That's just what the captain said. Only he thought it was uninhabited.
We Cossacks find our inspiration in solitude.
And pencil-length
Break for me
cigarettes.
My house is yours, sir. Oh, by the way, you'll want to change those wet rags immediately.
Yes. They look about the way I feel.
Not grief-stricken at all.
I have some loose hunting clothes which I keep for my guests that you can possibly get into. Od vidi Ivov krajnju komnatu. Ivan will show you to your room.
Thank you.
I trust you entirely, most obviously evil man in the
You'll
universe.
find a stiff drink there also.
Thanks a lot.
Rashu, all pleasure is mine.
All pleasure is 9? Well, I don't know about that, but let's discuss it after I freshen up.
His best friends got devoured by sharks, but this is what he's alarmed by.
There's fresh linens in the credenza.
It's time for Rifftrax.
Copyright by Rifftrax, all rights reserved.